Welcome to this webinar. Today we're going to see how to use barcodes, how they save a lot of time, as well as helping you to keep track of everything. They really do help eliminate the scope for human error and ensure that when someone returns an item, it is in fact the correct one. The sections where you can use barcodes are this booking screen, also the search screen, issue and return. Firstly, let's see how we can quickly issue and return items using barcodes. This is ideal when someone hasn't booked in advance but just turns up at the checkout desk wanting to borrow something. So let's say Ian shows up and would like to borrow a camera. We take a camera off the shelf and scan the barcode. Ian now asks if he can also have a tripod, so again we take one and scan it. And we can keep on adding items in the same way. So now we'll issue this, and these will now show on the booking screen in blue to show that they're in use. When Ian comes back to return the item, we go to the return screen. We don't have to enter his name, we just scan a barcode. And this identifies the user, as well as any outstanding items such as the tripod here. So apart from being very quick and easy, there is another benefit. We could simply tick the box to confirm that an item is being returned, but by scanning the barcode, it ensures that the one Ian returns is the one he did indeed borrow. So now we can return these. So let's now have a look at the other places we can use barcodes. In the booking screen, each resource type has its own screen. Now, when you change the resource type, the screen will refresh, but it will also do this when you scan a barcode. So here we have the pool of items, including this particular camera, and this shows availability should the user perhaps require more than one. So if we now make a booking for this student, and here we can add a tripod, again, when it comes to issuing, we could just check the box, but by scanning the barcodes, we can be sure that the correct ones are being issued. In the search screen, when we go to the advanced search, we can use barcodes. For example, we might want to know who used a particular tripod last week. And this will list all the bookings for this tripod. During installation of R&R, you are asked whether or not you'll be using barcodes. You can also enable barcode support at a later stage by changing a registry key setting. You will need access to the server to make this change, but when you do, the registry key setting looks like this. Set this to 1 to enable barcodes. I'd now like to show how you can add barcodes to items in the admin section. Let's start by looking at some items that are already in the system but don't have barcodes. For example, I'm going to add some barcodes to a pool of tennis rackets. Because these are already set up, we have to enter each barcode by scanning it in. You could of course also enter the number manually if you needed to. When it comes to entering a new pool of items and you have sequential barcode numbers, it is very quick, and I'll show you how this works. So I'm going to enter some new tennis rackets called Yonex E-Zone. Whether you add 1 or 100 of these, it's just as quick. Let's say we have 10 of these. If they are numbered sequentially, we just need to scan the first one, and it will add all the following numbers automatically. Knowing how quick this is, it's worth making sure your barcodes are sequential if at all possible, as this will save you a lot of time. So really that's all I wanted to show you today, and thank you for joining this webinar.